everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to my build guide for the Pure Fist Carrion Golems Necromancer. This build is one of my endgame builds that you can transition to after building up some currency. It focuses on Carrion Golems as the main damage dealers, with Spectres and Zombies as supports. The build is balanced towards DPS and is not suitable for hardcore. After the showcase, I will talk about the key features of the build, the passives, Ascendancy and Pantheon, and gear including gems and links. The build uses Carrion Golems because of their high attack speed and good AI. This makes them good for both bossing and map clearing. And the build has 4 of them thanks to Golem Commander, the Anima Stone, and the Severe Primordial Jaws. This build focuses on scaling physical damage with Impel, Dread Banner, and Pride. Fixing the entrapment gives the second curse, so we have self-cast punishment and trigger Poacher's mark in the gloves. The golems will have full frenzy charges in boss fights due to their high attack speed. For the support minions, there are 3 Demon Harpy Spectres, 8 Zombies, and the Skitterbots. They provide Feeding Frenzy, Intimidate, Shock, and Chill. The Demon Harpy also has a special debuff that makes enemies take increased physical damage. Here's the passive tree for the build. Note that you need to kill all bandits for the 2 extra passives. Golem Commander is anointed on Amulet. Sovereignty is taken to reduce mana reserve. And there are also severe masteries. The cluster jewels were chosen to boost the minions' survivability and DPS. The large jewels are 8 points minion damage with Renewal, Feasting Fiends, and Primordial Bond. And the medium jewels are 4 or 5 points minion life with Renewal and Feasting Fiends. So there's a total of 1.6% leech and 4% regen. In the small sockets, there are the Anima Stone, Fortress Covenant, Surging Vitality, and enduring composure. Enduring composure generates endurance charges when you get hit, and surging vitality gives a nice bit of regen. The force your sockets all have eminence to scale attack speed. For the ascendancies, unnatural strength to buff the minion's damage and survivability. Commander of Darkness to balance elemental resists. And Mistress of Sacrifice to get extra duration and some effects from Flesh Offering or Bone Offering. For the Pantheon, I usually use Lunaris and Shakari to reduce and avoid damage. Here's an overview of the gear including gems and links. The equipment is all high-level crafted rares and 1 cheap unique gloves. Try to get as much life in rares on all items and look for the important mods. For the helmet, use an Elderborn helmet with +2 or +3 to minion gems and minion life. This will help keep the support minions alive. For more DPS, look for increased physical damage taken and minion damage. The recommended enchant is Flesh Offering grants additional attack speed. The gems are Raise Spectre, Raise Zombie, Feeding Frenzy, and Awaken melee physical damage to intimidate enemies. The body armor should have +2 to socketed gems. For example, +1 int and +1 active. A cheap alternative is Skin of the Lords. The gems are Carrion Golem, Predator, Minion Damage, Impel, Multi-Strike, and Brutality. For the gloves, use Vixen's Entrapment. The gems are Poacher's Mark, Flame Dash, Pride, and Enhance. Enhance will increase Frenzy charge chance, Flame Dash cooldown recovery, and Radius of Pride. The boots can be any well-crafted rare. The gems are Divergent Dread Banner linked to Generosity, and Unlinked Convocation and Skitterbots. For your weapon, you want +2 to your Carrion Golems. You can get this from +1 to minions, +1 to spells, or +1 to physical spells. You will also need an open suffix to craft trigger. A cheap alternative is Cold Iron Point for +3 to physical spell gems. The gems are Desecrate, Flesh Offering, and level 1 Arcane Surge. You can swap to Bone Offering for extra block chance. For your offhand, you can use a shield with Recover Life when you block, or a second wand or dagger for more DPS. The gems are Cast when damage taken linked to Immortal Call, and Unlinked Vulnerability to self-cast to trigger Poacher's Mark in the gloves. For the amulet, use a Hunter Warlord amulet with +1 to int and +1 to fizz. The anointment is Golem Commander using Azure, Silver, and Golden Ore. For the rings, look for or craft minion speed to help with clear speed. For the belt, use a Stygian Vice to socket a Ghastly Eye Jewel for extra life and minion mods. Lastly, the flasks are Life with Bleed removal, Jade with Burning removal, Quicksilver with Speed boost, Quartz with Freeze removal, and Granite with extra armor. Before I finish the video, I'd like to give a big thank you to my patrons for your ongoing support. It means a lot to me. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this build guide. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye!